what we wanted to do is just show everybody a house. This is a planned green certification that we have. We believe that we're going to be somewhere around 200 points based on our preliminary scoring. A lot of the things that we wanted to show you, and we're still, making progress, are some of the things that go into a green home before you cover it up with drywall and paint and all the finishes. Some of the things that you can see right now that are really not that common in Central Florida, because it took us, it was very hard for us to get it, is some of the finger jointed lumber that we have in this house. That you're not using as much raw material when you're using finger jointed lumber as you are with regular dimensional lumber.
You don't have to worry about getting too hot in the home because concrete's a wonderful insulator. You put the EPS foam on the outside and the inside and it becomes a very nice working environment. You can tell right now, even the framers that are working in here, as the hot sun's beating down in this home, it's not transferring that heat inside. It actually maintains a pretty steady temperature. In answer to the energy savings, from an industry standpoint, the ICF industry, the insulating concrete form, will say that you save up to 35% on heating cost and 55% on cooling. The downside of foam from an environmentalist aspect is it never changes. 500 years from now, if we go to the landfill, it's going to look just like this. Nothing's going to happen to this. It doesn't degrade. That's the beauty of it from an insulating value. Inside these walls, this house stays up 100 years. You open up that sheetrock and it's going to look just like this. It's not going to degrade. That's what keeps the insulating value consistent.
And some of the things that we're doing around the site with the silt fence, with some of the hay we've laid down to kind of control some of the, or stabilize the soil. Another thing that we do is waste diversion. And these are all kind of like the early categories in the FGBC standard, that I'm kind of focusing on. The site prep and then the waste diversion. If you guys haven't heard the story or not, we're fortunate enough to have another remodel going on in Winter Park. But we use that old plywood from that home to build the stairs and to build the dome. Another thing that my framers hate me for is, I was in here last night, Eric and I were kind of tidying up for you guys a little bit today, but I was in the dumpster pulling wood out that I thought could be reused, for bracing, for blocking, for whatever. Anything that's over 2 feet long, I'm like, I think we can probably use that somewhere. So we have a big pile in the middle of the garage of stuff that I've pulled out of the dumpster that, we want to reuse. Tracy DiCarlo is our certifying agent. She does a phenomenal job working with us. We're on the phone with her probably a lot less now than we were, when we kind of started, but I think we've learned a lot together. And she's done a great job for us in walking us through and helping us through the certification process.
The green certification process has to do with greening the entire house, starting at the lot all the way through the irrigation and the landscaping. And the builders come to me to ask, okay, what is this all about? How do I get started? Is it going to be expensive? Is it going to be difficult? Do I have to change everything that I'm doing? And the answer to all of that is no. You don't have to do any of those things. But it brings back a lot of the normal best building practices that kind of got lost in the sauce over time, and it introduces some new ones based on the new technologies of today. Doing all the green, parts and pieces of the house are important regardless of the certification. But if you have that piece of paper that says this is a certified green home, what this means is that that house has been green from the ground up. It's not somebody's opinion of green. It doesn't mean that you have some fluorescent light bulbs and some Energy Star appliances and it's being called green. This is a certified home.